This Shabbos is the first of the four special Shabbosos leading up to Pesach, on which we read an additional section of the Torah from another Sefer. Another scroll is taken out, and if it is Rosh Chodesh, then we would have three Sifrei Torah taken out. This Shabbos is called Shabbos Shkolim, the Shabbos of the shekels. Shekels? Why shekels? Plural. Well, let's come back to that in a moment. The Medrash says that when God gave three different commands to Moshe and he heard them, at each one of these three commands, he stepped back in shock saying, how can I possibly do it? How can we possibly do it? Number one was this week's Parsha. Number one is Shekalim, when God says, give a kofer nefesh, a redemption for one's soul. And Moshe said, how is it possible for us to give a redemption for the soul? How we owe so much to God. How can we possibly do it? Number two, when it said to build a mishkan, build a sanctuary, a house for God. Moshe said, how can we build a house for God? That the heavens aren't big enough for God. How can there be a house on this earth? And number three, when God said to bring a sacrifice daily. Moshe said, how is it possible for us to bring sacrifices to God? We can't do enough. So all three, Moshe said, how can we do it? And the answer was, in all three of them, it's not that much. When it comes to the sacrifice, it's only one in the morning and one in the afternoon, just a little bit. When it comes to building the Mishkan, the sanctuary, it says 20 beams on one side, 20 beams on the other side. It's not that much that is asked for. And when it says the kofer nefesh, the redemption, the atonement for one's soul, it's only a half shekel. It's not even a whole shekel. That God says, I don't ask that much from you. I just ask a little bit from you. And all of these things are within our ability to do. So if so, how can we call the Shabbos Shkolim? Plural. Shekels. So in the Parsha it says, V'nosnu, 3 times it says they shall give. And therefore the custom is to give 3 half shekels. And it is done before Purim, before the reading of the Megillah. We symbolically give those 3 half shekels because our half shekels are able to overcome the 20,000 talents of silver that Haman promised to Achashverosh. In other words, we give a little bit, we do a little bit, and God will do the rest. A good day, gentlemen.